This is just so inappropriate.
Good evening.
Baby. Oh, baby, baby. This is for Justine. Are you watching Justine? We're encouraging
Which
Sarah along, although she doesn't want to have it today.
Here, wait for it. Push it.
Yeah.
Now, if you've joined us just now and thought that you stumbled into an 80s dance party.
Like every week.
Hold on, let me just cut this out. Oh, that's such a good riff too.
Oh!
Okay, let's get out of that, otherwise we'll be dancing all night. So, tonight is Monday night. It's not an 80s dance party. But you could be confused for thinking that with the music. But why the song? Push It.
So our good friend, Sarah Farah, who some of you know, is due to have her baby any day now. Although she doesn't want to have her baby today.
She can't have it today.
Because it's one of her other son's birthdays. So I told her to cross her legs for today. But she'd really like to have it.
She's got her fingers crossed and her legs crossed.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're encouraging her to push it.
Excellent. Excellent. And so tonight, welcome to Kim's Top 5. It is Monday night. That means here's Kim. She's looking very lovely. You've got the off-the-shoulder thing happening, which is...
It's very trendy.
It's very 80s dance party.
I saw my earrings.
Oh, now that we've done the fashion report, we're talking about childbirth, really.
We've got the fire on, so just so you know that's why it's quite warm here.
I may even take my shirt off later. No.
Okay.
But seriously,
today
it's about childbirth, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're going to get down to it doesn't get more primal and more nitty-gritty than that into things.
So we are talking about my top 5 Young Living products to take into the labour ward or to have with you during labour, because if you're like me and you had home births, then you didn't take anything to the labour ward. I should have probably had some more plastic. That's not a Young Living product, but anyway, I had to have a new mattress. But too much information.
That was too much information.
TMI.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through my top 5. So you've got my number 5 in your hand.
Yep.
So my number 5 is actually the Ninja Red. Okay. Sachets are a really good idea, even frozen sachets, so that you can suck on them like ice. But best of all, it gives you some energy, okay? There's nothing worse than feeling, like you have been doing this for hours and hours and you've just got no energy. So that's my number 5. I love to mix it. You can mix it with some honey because you want to keep your energy up. So some raw honey, some coconut water, Ninja Red, make up a bit of a, drink to keep your energy up.
And you want stuff that's easily digestible and it's just going to give you that quick energy.
Yeah.
Just for what it's worth, I've been there twice. Kim and I have 4 children between us.
Not together.
But I was there when both of mine were squeezed out. There was a lot of pushing going on, and I wish we'd had this stuff, because we had hospital birth and that's a whole different kettle of fish. But yeah, you need to be prepared and you need to think about these things in advance. So number 5,
Ninja Red.
Ninja, ideal way to get that.
And as I say, you can have them frozen so that they're nice and cool, and then that way you're sucking on it as well. So if you can't actually drink anything or
or you could even just put it against your face or against your back. How crazy, multi-purpose. So number 5, Ninja.
Okay, number 4.
I love this.
No labour ward or home birth would be complete without a diffuser. Okay. Now the reason I chose the Desert Mist diffuser, because Jeremy thought I was going to choose the Aria. Now I love the Aria. I love it because it plays music and all of that kind of stuff. But you know what? Unless you're me and have 10-minute labour and 2 and a bit hour labour, and your labour goes for a long time.
Can I just say that there's an audience of women going, the bitch.
You're going to have to fill up your diffuser because the Aria only goes for 3 hours. I mean, it has more water in it. You can turn it on again. But you know what? If you've got the Desert Mist going, it goes for up to 10 hours on the intermittent setting. 8 hours on low and 5 hours on high. So, you know, like you're not going to be filling up your diffuser all the time. It has different light settings, candle light. I mean, I had these amazing ideas that I was going to have a water birth and with essential oils going and candlelight and all this kind of stuff. And it didn't kind of happen that way because my girls just came so fast. So all of those beautiful birth plans went out the window. But yeah, if you know someone who's pregnant, one of the best things you can give them to take into the labour ward is a diffuser. So there's no naked flame, so you don't have to worry about oxygen or anything like that. Most hospitals these days are so open, they might even have their own diffusers in the labour ward, so always check with your midwife. And when you do the tour of the hospital, you can actually ask those questions about taking the diffuser into the labour ward.
And this is beautiful too because it's got the different coloured lights and you can really set the mood as well, so it helps you relax, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially and then, if you're in a labour ward as well, it can be pretty chaotic and pretty busy. So anything that can create that sense of calm and that,
yeah, and you can pop you know, oils like Valor. Like if this is your first birth and you're a little bit, you know, worried, you can pop oils like Valor, which give you courage. If the people around you are driving you crazy, you can put Peace and Calming. I mean, Peace and Calming also helps relax you. You can put lavender. You know, if you want to keep the sort of negative energies away, maybe your mother or mother-in-law. If you want to do that, then you can use something like White Angelica. You can use frankincense. If you want an extra energy boost, you can put peppermint in there. If you're starting to wane, all of those kinds of things. You can swap and change them as well. So, but don't be surprised if during the labour your favourite oil becomes something that makes you feel sick. Okay,
why is that?
It's a funny thing about labour. When you start to feel nauseous, sometimes things that you don't like at the time of labour. Like it's like, massage me. No, don't touch me. You know, I want that. I don't want that. You know, so yeah, I'm just warning you that you might have this beautiful birth plan where you're going to have lavender in the diffuser, and the last thing you want to smell when you actually go into labour is lavender, and maybe you want lemon or some kind of citrus. Or so have a few on hand so that then you can change. I was going to say,
have a variety. And for guys, any guys watching, if you haven't been through the birth thing, normal rules don't apply, and I don't mean that in a rude way, but like normal rules don't apply. So what you think was going to be great, like the massage thing, you might find that all of a sudden your partner's saying, don't touch me, or all those things. So you just got to roll with it. That's the key for guys. You just got to roll with it. Yeah. Okay, so that's number 4. There's a mist. One other quick tip to do with that, always make sure that you have a spare oil in the car, because that way if someone's really annoying you, you can just go, look, can you just go and get that oil? It's in the car. Close the door, lock it.
Great tip, Jeremy.
Yep.
Okay, so my number, where I'm up to? 3. Okay, number 3 is, of course, Gentle Baby. So Gentle Baby is a really, really nice oil blend to diffuse during labour. Now, today, I'm not going to go into huge detail on oils you can and can't use during pregnancy. I have a whole 1-hour online workshop you can watch for free. You just, you know, I've put the link in the comment, in the post above. Yeah. You just need to click on that. That's using essential oils during pregnancy is a huge in-depth topic. I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of what you can and can't use today. I'm just talking about the oils to take into the labour ward. And so Gentle Baby is definitely one that you can do massage with. It's great for massaging your perineum. So if you're doing massage of your perineum before you give birth, mixing it with some jojoba or some coconut oil, you can even get your partner to help with the massage. That's that area between your vagina and your rectum, for those of you who don't know.
We're going in depth here.
But it's a great oil, Gentle Baby. Great on your tummy, like for tummy massage, on your thighs, on your breast area. And of course, you know, when baby comes into the world, you know, it's great to have diffusing to keep the room calm and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you are having a water birth, no oils in the birth pool. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is that they do erode the plastic, but the other thing is that when baby comes out into this world, they're often born with their eyes open, and their eyes are really, you know, like new and sensitive. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. And essential oils can actually irritate their eyes. So no oils in the birth pool. Okay?
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Gentle Baby, it's such a beautiful smell too. And it's a gentle oil that can be really used anywhere. Do you need to dilute it at all if you're going to?
Yeah, and I go through all the dilution and stuff like that on my other video. But basically, when you're doing massage, anything during pregnancy, dilute. Okay, I don't use the term safe during pregnancy. I use the term low risk, and I talk a lot about that in the video. And yeah, I dilute. So. 1 drop to a tablespoon of like carrier oil, and that makes a nice massage, and it goes further as well.
And this is one of your specialty areas, so have a look at the video. It's really good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that was number 3.
Okay, so many of you have probably heard me talk about this next product and how I put it on my face. I use it as a moisturizer, but it's great. It's called Clariderm.
Are we going there?
Well, Clariderm is great for that perineum massage that I talked about with the Gentle Baby, so you can actually mix the two together. But it's also great for that area after the birth. And you can even make up, and I got this recipe from Betsy Bosom. She's got a book. Actually, I'll show you the book.
She's a friend of Lucy Libido.
Yes, she's a friend of Lucy Libido, and it's called the Betsy Bosom Baby Book. And in here, she's got the postpartum padsicle, she calls them. So the thing about pads after birth, I mean, obviously a lot of pads and tampons these days contain nasty chemicals and bleaches, and even synthetic fragrances. So it's most important after the birth to invest, and you need to do this before the birth, invest in some cloth, unscented, natural, organic if you can, pads that you can use after the birth. And yes, you're going to need to wash them and that kind of stuff. If you don't want to go the cloth route and wash them, then invest in some, my favorite brand is Tom's. And they sell organic, natural tampons and pads, but there are other brands out there. But invest in some good cloth pads, and then what you do is you get some cucumber witch hazel. And the reason I say cucumber witch hazel, which you can buy online, is because it's alcohol free. You mix it with the Clariderm, and basically you spray that onto. Well, you can spray the cucumber witch hazel on first, and then spray the Clariderm on. You pop them in the freezer. And then afterwards, you pop them in your undies.
This is onto the pad first, and then...
Yes. Don't soak the pad in the cucumber witch hazel, because then they'll be rock solid and they won't fit nicely in your undies.
It'll be like having an icy pole down there.
Yes. Just a little bit of cucumber witch hazel and the Clariderm. So Clariderm is a blend. It is the main, carrier oil in this, which makes it a liquid, is fractionated coconut oil. But it's got myrrh oil, tea tree, lavender... frankincense, Roman chamomile, and helichrysum. Okay, I use it on my face as a moisturizer. That's how I started using it, because I bought this for after my birth. Well, births, 2 of them, and I never used it. And I thought, what else can I use this for? And one day, I just kept it, and it was rather expensive, and I thought, well, I can't throw it out. I'll just keep it. And one day, my friend Yvonne said to me, oh, that's an amazing moisturizer. You just spray a little bit on your fingers and rub it in, and ever since I've been using it, and I love it.
Wow.
So,
and it's good to think about this stuff beforehand, because again, from my experience, you don't really think about what happens after the baby's born. That you kind of get to that point, and it's like, wow, everything's done. But actually, after the adrenaline wears off and everything else wears off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
Number one.
Number one.
Okay. So number 1 is actually also in the Labour blend. Okay. So so the oil itself is clary sage. Now, clary sage is not an oil that you would generally use during pregnancy. It's contraindicated for use during pregnancy.
Because? Can you say?
No.
Okay. We can't. But again, yeah.
But
there's good reasons.
It's in the Labour blend.
Yep.
The Labour blend is 5 drops of ylang-ylang, and I'll post this in the comments. 4 drops of helichrysum, 2 drops of fennel. Fennel is another oil that's not to use during pregnancy, but so you don't start using these until you're in labour. 2 drops of peppermint and 2 drops of clary sage. So I'll tell that again. 5 drops of ylang-ylang, 4 drops of helichrysum, 2 of fennel, 2 of peppermint, and 2 of clary sage. And what you do is you mix that up, and then you add 2 drops of the Labour blend to about a tablespoon of coconut oil and use it as a massage oil during labour. If you, as I say, if you can handle being massaged, so you can rub that on the lower belly, and your lower back. Another really good one for your lower back during labour is 2 drops of valerian and 2 drops of vetiver in with coconut oil as well, diluted. And that's a particularly good one on your lower back with a heat pack over the top. So the clary sage, diffusing it, massaging it on during labour, very calming, very amazing oil. You know, and I encourage you to go and Google clary sage and labour, and you'll learn more about it. So that's my top 5.
So let's quickly go through them from the start again. So number 5 was?
Ninja Red.
Ninja Red.
Important to have, you know, keep your energy levels up during your birth.
Number 4.
The Desert Mist Diffuser, because it goes for up to 10 hours, and who wants to be changing the water?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, I can see the baby's head. Hold on. Got to fill up the diffuser.
Yeah.
Not going to happen with the Desert Mist.
Number 3 is the good old Gentle Baby. As I say, absolutely great for diffusing, great for massage, all of that kind of stuff. Number 2 is Clariderm. Gentle Baby and Clariderm are great for perineum massage. This is particularly good on that area, you know, after the birth. It's very soothing, and you know, I gave you the Padsicle recipe as well, so it goes on those. And number one is the clary sage, which is in the Labour blend.
That was really good, thank you. That was all good information right there, important stuff. Which brings me to my number 1. One of the problems I think that guys have when babies start appearing is you feel a little bit useless. Sometimes I think you feel a little bit helpless because you, as I said, the normal rules don't apply. If you're in a labour ward, there can be lots of activity. If you're at home, maybe you're feeling a little vulnerable and you're just thinking, you know, far out, what am I doing here? But I want to talk just quickly about Shutran. You knew I was going to talk about it. Because what I wanted to say is...
It was responsible for this in the first place, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that and that 80s song, Push It, which I thought that was about getting babies, not pushing them out. But for guys, it's one of those times, I think, when men really need to step up, and you don't realise actually how supportive and how important you can be in that whole process. So the thing I love about Shutran is it's talking about boosting masculinity and confidence, and I don't mean that in a macho way, I mean in being a real man and stepping up. It talks about being transforming and releasing and empowering and inspiring, refreshing, invigorating. And they're the things that you got to bring to the birth. If you're a bloke, you want to be there fully present, you want to be grounded, you want to be in that right frame of mind so that you can support your partner in every way. And I just think this is one thing that you could use that's going to help you get there. So that's very serious, but I feel strongly about that. I really do. So guys, if you're watching, you need to step up and be there and be the man that your partner needs you to be. Women, get them some Shutran so they can be exactly that. And
Kelly's suggesting a bottle of Mister as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway, that's our top 5 for this week. We really do hope, and maybe all of our positive thoughts can be with Sarah, and you know that she has a very happy, healthy birth, and that it comes soon, because I know she told me she feels like she's a whale. So anyway, we're all sending love to you, Sarah.
We love you, Sarah.
And thanks everyone. We'll see you next week.
If you have comments or questions, put them down below in the comments. Check out Kim's video on pregnancy. Yeah, using essential oils during pregnancy. It's really good. And you feel free to forward that or tag friends into that. And we will see you next Monday night. Thanks, guys. See ya.